So, welcome to our It's Game Day virtual cooking class. Today, we're going to share a lot of recipes with you that you can enjoy during these couple of weeks of football. So, we've still got the wrap up tonight of college, and then we've got the playoffs, and of course, the Super Bowl. And nothing screams snacks, dips, and appetizers like a football game, right?
Mhm.
So, we're going to give you some ideas on what to cook and maybe some simple ideas, and then introduce you maybe to a couple of products that you might not be real familiar with as well. So, we're going to get started in Utah with Diane. So, Diane is going to share with us a yummy recipe. So, let me replace the spotlight. There she is. And
Can you
Diane, tell
see?
everybody, what are you making tonight?
Taco soup.
Yum! Sounds
Yeah,
delicious.
I'm gonna make it
All
in the stack cooker.
all right, well, take it away, girlfriend.
Okay, well, for everybody who's going to be watching online, this is our microwave stack cooker, and it's currently on sale for $69. This is an amazing thing. I don't do microwave cooking, but believe it or not, I made taco soup the other night, and it was gone. It was absolutely gone. So I'm really excited about it. So this is actually a 4-piece set. It's so pretty in colors. Don't you like it? And then I've already gotten started. This is our lid that is placed on top. And then I already have the hamburger meat in here, but I'm going to show you on this side, there's a vented bottom. So if you're cooking anything, can anybody see that? It's if you're cooking anything, you can drain it like, well, you're going to see what comes out of this hamburger meat tonight. And then the next section is the medium section, and it's 1 3/4 quart. And then you have this, which is 3/4 quart. This is a huge bowl. So also, I just want to let you know that when you're cooking in the microwave, it goes from the outside in, and we have these little ridges around here, and it helps the microwave and helps everything circulate around it. But for now, I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to get started with just the medium size. And I put the hamburger meat in here. And can you see that? I'm going to scooch it around the sides so it just gives a little bit more drainage. And so what I'm going to do is just cook that. I decided not to put any onions in it tonight because the seasoning has onion powder in it and garlic powder and all that yummy stuff. So for right now, I'm going to stick this in the microwave, and I'm going to do it in 3-minute intervals. And then I'll take it back out, give it a quick stir, and put it back in the microwave. And then we'll start adding our goodies in. So we can do that. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
Okay, stand by. Let me put this in the microwave, and I'm going to do it for 3 minutes.
Awesome. All righty. So now we're going to hop over to Colorado, and we're going to go to Michelle. And Michelle's got a quick and easy dip for us. All right, Michelle, take it away.
Okay, so I'm also using the stat cooker. And one of the things that I like about it when Diane was talking about the colander is you can also do meatloaf in here. So if you're doing a small meatloaf, you can just do it around that and then put it in either of the bottoms, and the all the yucky is going to drain into it, right? But I do a big meatloaf. So I do it in the large one with the cone. And I'm sorry, I don't have my cone here right now, but you put the cone right in the middle and put the hamburger on the outside, and you cook your meatloaf. And you can drain it, it's better in the colander, but I do a big one. You can also do a cake in this. So you put the cone in it, and you can do a cake mix made the regular way, or you can do the 8-minute cake, which is one cake mix, any cake mix, and 1 can of soda, any soda. And you mix it, put it in here, 8 minutes in the microwave, and you have a cake. And what I do is I put it out on the plate, and I pour a can of pie filling over it. It's the quickest, easiest dessert when you need something quick, right? So anyway, On game day, what I'm doing is I'm going to make 3 dips. So I'm going to make one in the bottom, one in the middle, and one on top. But tonight, for you guys, I'm just making one. So I'm going to use this size, 1 3/4 quart. And this is so simple, you guys. All you need is some sausage. You could do the little tiny sausages. You can do hamburger or hot dogs. I just have some cut up sausage here, and I'm just gonna stick it in there. And you can do, there's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can put brown sugar in it, things like that. But honestly, I love Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. And sorry, I don't have this where you can see it, but I just put some Sweet Baby Ray's in there with my sausage. Whoops. There. And then mix it around. Make sure you get the barbecue sauce covering it all. And you can use any kind of sausage. This is the, I think it's pronounced andouille, so it's a little spicy. And this Sweet Baby Ray's with the andouille, it really tastes really good. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the top on it, stick it in the microwave, and just heat it up for about 4 minutes. And then it's ready to go. And you can just take a toothpick and get it out and ready to go. I do want to share with you guys, the stack cooker also comes with seals. So when you're done and this, you still have some of this left, you can put the seal right on it. It's airtight, liquid tight, and stick it in your fridge. So that's my dip, quick and easy, and I'll stick it in the microwave. It'll be ready shortly.
All right. We are going to go back. There she is, to Diane. So what you got with your soup? Your ground beef already?
Okay, I have 2 more minutes on it. I just cut up some cilantro, and then I gave it a little quick stir, and it's back in 2 more minutes, and then I'll show you what it looks like and all the gooky stuff that comes out of that wonderful vent, that colander that comes out. Michelle, thank you for reminding me about the seals. I realized that I forgot to talk about it, but here's this. I brought this for you.
Yay!
It takes a village.
There we go. We're tagging each other, right?
That's right.
So we got about another minute. I can't believe how good this came out. I was a little apprehensive, but you want to know something? I'm honestly getting really lazy. My daughter always would say, if it's not gourmet, my mom's not cooking it. But I'm tired of spending so much time in the kitchen. I truly am. And it's just my husband and I that I cook for, and I just want something more simple. And so, wow, I'm impressed. So I'm impressed with this this stack cooker, and I can't wait to get started on trying something else. I think we have about another 30 seconds.
And you know, with the stack cooker, you
Yes.
can do a 3-course meal. So you can do, you're going to do your side dish in the bottom, your main dish in the middle, and then a dessert on the top.
Right.
So how easy is that? 30 minutes or less, and you've got all the meals. You know, I mean, a 3-course meal, and it's so simple.
And I'm just a fan of one-pot meals, so
that makes I'm a fan of leftovers. Okay, this is a little bit hot. So it's hot around here, but the handles, they're nice. They're perfectly okay that you can lift them up. So I'm going to lift this up and away from me. Wow, look at that. Let me get my spoon here. And so you can see that the hamburger is cooked, but not quite all the way cooked. But wow, look at the yucky that just came out of this. I'm going to show it to you. Let me place this. down here. Look at that gook that we're eating, guys. Can you see that? Oh, there we go.
Bleh.
And this is grass-fed lean ground beef. Unbelievable. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the 3-quart container. I'm gonna dump this in. And I'm gonna put this to the side in the sink. And for this particular recipe, I'm going to add 2 cans of diced tomatoes. We're just gonna plop it right in. The ones I used last night had chilies and celery in them, but tonight those are just diced tomatoes. I'm also going to put in a can of black beans. We're just going to shake it in. Do not drain these. You need the liquid in order to create your soup. And then I'm going to put in a can of kidney beans. I chose the dark kidney beans. It's almost filled up to the top there. And then a can of corn, liquid. You can put in frozen corn if you wish. Okay, so look at that. That's pretty. Let me tilt this down there. You see that? Okay, to this, I'm going to add a pack of taco mix. I bought the one with less sodium. And then I got one that's a little bit more spicier this time. I like it a little spicy. You can add green chilies to this, which I thought about doing, but it's in the pantry, so oh well. And then a packet of ranch salad dressing. Okay, I'm going to stir that up. Really, really good. It smells good already. I don't know if it's the combo between the seasonings, but it stirs up quite well, and you still have plenty of room. And the hamburgers crumbled up quite nicely. So you might want to pay a little bit of attention to that. So in the beginning, before you start cooking it, because you get more even cooking. But this is going to set up nicely. Okay, there we go. How about that? And I'm going to put the lid back on and I'm going to put it in for 20 minutes. Okay, ready? Okay, here we go.
Awesome. That
Another
looks
tip for,
so delicious.
sorry, a tip for the meat when you're cooking meat in the microwave. It used to be 6 minutes per pound, but our microwaves have gotten stronger. So I find that it's 4.5 minutes to 5 minutes per pound.
Right, right. That last time I put it on 2 minutes. My microwave's quite strong.
Yeah.
Because it'll start getting rubbery. You know, like when you overcook shrimp?
Right.
Yeah.
Good point.
And now we got mine done here. Look how quick this is. And then, of course, flip it out like that. And then just stir it. And then you can spoon it out, or you can just take toothpicks, slap some on your plate, and you're ready to go. And when you're doing game day and you have several things to make, how easy it is that you could do 3 different appetizers or dips at one time.
I
Oh,
wanted
this
to
smells
share.
so good.
I wanted to share on the ground meat. If you want to use ground turkey or ground chicken, just put a little water in the bottom to add the moisture, so it won't dry out your ground chicken or turkey, but it works really good too.
Great tip.
That'll
Thank you.
save down some calories.
Yeah,
Right.
awesome. All right. So we're going to come back to Diane in about 20 minutes or so. You said 20 or 25?
About 20 minutes.
Okay. So now we're going back over to Colorado and we're going to go see Pauline. So Pauline is going to fix something really yummy. There she is. All right, Pauline, you're muted. So you want to unmute yourself.
All right.
There she is.
I am so sorry. Let's see, unmute. Now turn this off. I feel so badly. I couldn't get my phone hooked up, so I had to hurry up and grab my laptop because I have been using my laptop whenever I'm on the meeting. So if you don't get to see what I'm doing, I have to move things around like that. But yay, my husband was so happy that I tried this out because he had some for supper today. Um, but anyway, this is kind of cool. I kind of liked it. Um, I do make pizzas, but what I do instead of using it asked for pizza dough, and I just use regular bread dough. And they said use about 9 ounces. And oh, I just want to put in a plug. I don't have the colors, but the impression bowls are my fave. I've got like 2 sets of them, and they are $20. You can't beat that. That is cray cray. And you get a 5 cup, a 10 cup, and an 18 cup. And so those you will just love. So what I did was I had to so here is my bread dough, and I had to I should have left it in the fridge. It's sticky, icky. Anyway, so you gotta have a food scale. It is awesome. And it doesn't have to be because you're counting, you're weighing your food for a diet. I use it for all sorts of things. And so I've got this and I'm gonna weigh it. And it was supposed to be 9, but I ended up doing uh 7 ounces. Okay. And what you want to do is grab your this is on sale too. Yay! For $39 holla. That is your silicone baking sheet. And then I'm going to use the round silicone, and you can even make your pizza in your forgot the name of it. What is it, guys?
Micro Pro Grill?
Yeah, that's it. One of my faves. So anyway, I don't know. It said roll it inside this, and you can't do that. So, this is what's called a palote, and this is what we Mexicans make our tortillas with.
Mhm.
So, if you didn't know that.
Can you turn your
That's a
camera
gig.
down just a
Oh,
little
and what
bit?
I'm going to do is
Oh,
inside
Pauline,
here.
Pauline, drop your camera down a little bit so we can see what you're doing. There we
Okay.
go.
Can
Perfect.
you see that? Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
perfect.
Okay. So I always use extra virgin organic olive oil. And I'm really, all these years, probably all my life, I always ate badly. So I'm trying to make up for it, I guess. Anyway, so I put a little bit of olive oil, and I always, if I'm doing just a small area, I don't use a big brush. And I just kind of put that right inside there. All right, so we're going to put the dough in there, and I'm going to try to roll it out a little bit. And maybe I should have done it without the olive oil first, but who knows? This is what makes cooking fun. You have all sorts of challenges. Okay, so I am going to put this back down, and then I'm just going to press it. And this makes a
So
thick
complicated. You can
pizza.
just click the link on the Facebook that I shared in the eyebrows.
So I'm just going to keep on doing that until I can get some of it up to the edge. Okay, and that works. All right, so we need some, I'm just using marinara sauce, and it says use 1/4 of a cup. I'm just going to put it in because I know what a fourth of a cup is. That's about it. Okay. So then I'm just going to move it around. And I don't like pepperoni. It's too greasy. And so I cooked my hamburger, and you saw that all the fat went out of the hamburger. And I put it in my this is called a mini stack cooker. If you're lucky to have one of these, I've got two of them. I love, love, love them. And so I needed cheese. Cheese next. And what I love to do is buy a huge block of healthy Tillamook or a really good brand mozzarella cheese, and then I'll use my Great Master and just shred it all up and put it in freezer containers. And so what I did is I just took a freezer container out. I had my mozzarella all ready to go. So we're just going to put that in there. Then just move it around nicely. And then, uh-oh, did I put those away? Yeah. So I love onions. I do not use any garlic seasoning. I don't use onion seasoning. It's got to be the real deal. And I heard if you eat a clove of garlic, it's really healthy for you. So I tried it today. It was gross. But I'm going to try it for a week. And if I feel amazing, then I'm going to be hooked on a new drug, garlic. So, anywho, this is some nice chopped onions. Put that on there. And my husband loves black olives on his pizza. So we're going to throw some black olives. I slice those with the Tupperware slicer. Man, I love that thing. They need to bring that back. Okay. And
Colleen, we
then
know you're just trying to keep Tom away.
what was so funny, I made him I made one of these and then I made a big one for him. And then he still came down for more. So my first shot at it, I didn't thoroughly cook the pizza. It was so I said, "Here, have this pizza." Oh, well, if you make me mad, you never know what happens in life. Okay, so then it mentioned that you put this on your oven rack, and then you put your oven rack, or you put your oven on preheat to 425, and I did 18 minutes, and voila. This is what the one in the ring looked like. Isn't that pretty?
That is.
And then I thought, you know what? If you don't feel like, making rings and rings and rings, you could just put the dough and make a small one and make a bunch of them for little appetizers. And I think I like this idea better than this. So they could have their own little guys. And that's how it works. Any questions?
That is awesome. And you know what? I was just thinking as you showed that little one, you can't put this in the oven, but you could use the hamburger freezer press ring to shape a smaller one.
Oh, that sounds perfecto
So
mundo.
that way you could have a nice
Oh,
little round one. I love that idea. Awesome. Well, let's give her a
Okay.
big again. That is delicious looking. I bet you it tastes delicious too.
They were really good. I ate half the raw one.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Well, I am going to do a quick thing. In case you haven't seen this or you're not familiar with it, we're going to make some popcorn. And so this is our Wow Pop popcorn maker. And if you have not grabbed one of these for your kitchen, it is amazing. But not just that, it makes a wonderful gift for people. And especially right now, because again, it's on sale. So now's a really good time to get it. So here's a couple things I love about this. First of all, it stores flat. Look at that. It doesn't take up any space hardly at all. And then all you do is remove the cover. And then you've got this little bowl. It's silicone. And you're just going to give it a little downward motion. And voila, it opens all the way up. Is that not the coolest thing in the whole wide world? Now, the secret to this is the glass insert that you see right down here. Because when you put this in the microwave, what happens is it's kind of like an attractor to the microwaves, and that's what's going to help to pop your popcorn. So every microwave is a little bit different. So the first time that you use this, what we recommend that you do is you put your popcorn in and you put the cover on, turn your microwave on, and then you don't leave the room. Stand there and listen until you don't hear pops for like 5 seconds in between. So if it goes 5 seconds with no pops, you know that it's done. When it gets down to like 10 seconds, it's getting close. So 10 seconds and I'm not hearing a pop, then you know that it's time to pull that out. And then once you've determined, just look at the clock and see how long it's cooked. Once you've determined that, then you know that is your magic cooking time. So what you're going to do is add no oil, no butter, nothing. You're just going to add popcorn. So I've got my popcorn. This is just regular old popcorn. And the benefit to this is that you're not going to be using those bags because those bags that have that pre-coated nastiness that they call butter is not butter. And if you read the ingredients, you will be horrified. And they're very, very bad for you. There's preservatives, but there's just a lot of fats in there. And so it's just so much healthier to make this popcorn. No oil, no water. It's kind of like a hot air popcorn popper, but you know what? Those take up a tremendous amount of space. So nobody needs one of those when you've got this little guy. So I've got a granddaughter in college. This was one of the things that she wanted for her dorm room because they eat popcorn a lot. Okay, so take a look. There's these little holes right over the side. And on this side, there are none, right? And so what you're going to do is you're going to put your cover. And when you look at the cover, one side is cut out. So that is so that when this is all done, we can shake out what we call the old made kernels, the ones that didn't pop. So once you do this, if you determine that like a whole bunch of kernels came out, maybe 7, 8, 10 of those, that means you didn't cook it long enough. Either that or your popcorn was kind of old. So there's two secrets for that. One is make sure that you put your popcorn in Tupperware because you want to keep it in an airtight container. You don't want to keep it in the plastic bag it came with a twist tie because it is not going to stay fresh that way. A second one is to keep it in the freezer, in Tupperware in the freezer, and that will make it pop even better. Okay. If you don't use popcorn often, we use popcorn like water. So I don't have to put mine in the freezer. I keep mine right on the counter in a pretty canister. That way I can scoop it right out. So I'm going to put this in the microwave and we're going to put it in there. And again, I'm going to put it in there for 3 minutes. That is not how long it's going to take. It's only going to take about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but I just kind of want to show you when that popping begins to stop. Now, little secret. I do not add butter to my popcorn inside of that. It's not that you're not allowed to, but I just find that it's a lot easier for me to clean if I don't put butter in there for it to get underneath that glass and in the silicone and all of that kind of good stuff. So personally, I dump it into another bowl. Actually, I dump it into 2 bowls, one for me, one for Chris. That way we don't have our hands in each other's popcorn bowl. In our fingers, right? And then you can make gourmet popcorn as well. And so if you come back at our next class, which is going to start at 6 Hawaii, 8 Pacific, 9 Mountain, 10 Central, and 11 Eastern. I'm going to actually make some Asian popcorn. So we're going to start with popcorn, but I've got all kinds of great yummies that I'm going to add to it. And it is gourmet popcorn, super expensive if you buy it in a store. And you can make it at home for a fraction of the price that you would buy it for. So that is popping away as you can hear it. And so while it's popping, I'm just going to take a minute or two to share a couple of things because I don't think Diane's goodies are ready yet either. She's still cooking away. So I just want to remind you about some really, really great specials that we have happening right now. And they're all about game day. All right, let's see if I can find it. Maybe. There we go. All right, so here's our game day flyer. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? And so you heard Pauline talking about those impressions bowls. I'm talking about that Wow Pop popcorn popper. We've got the stack cooker down there. You've seen the silicone baking sheet as well. But there's a couple of other great products that I kind of want to call to your attention that to me are absolute musts when you're doing all those football parties. And so one of them, of course, we have our great tongs. These are great if you're serving up wings, for example. And so our season serve is available right now at a really great price. So it's on sale for, I think, what is that? $15, you guys. Like that's a steal. And you can make some delicious marinated garlic wings or barbecue wings. Cook them out on your grill or put them in your micro grill if you're making a small quantity. And of course, you want to use your Tupperware tongs. Another one is our gigantic That's a Bowl. So this is such a great product, not only for snacks. This is our 42 cup mega bowl. It's got 2 handles because when you pick this up and it's full, if it's full of potato salad, it's pretty heavy. If it's full of popcorn, it's not real heavy, but super easy to open that up. So timer has gone off. I think it took all of the 3 seconds, you guys. So let's see if I cooked it long enough. I think I did. Woo. So I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to shake and see if anything comes out. Nope. Woo. Lots of steam. And so I am just going to pour this right into this super duper bowl. And you guys look at that. Not a single unpopped kernel. Perfect, perfect popcorn. How's that? And then super easy to be able to wash and clean that up. So I will be completely honest with you, because I don't put oil and I don't put butter or anything there, I do not take out that glass piece every single time. I wash it really good. But to me, it's a little bit difficult to get that out. So I just leave mine in, and then maybe every 10 times I take it out and wash it. Just I take a look at it and just decide whether it needs to come out or not. So just a little tip for you. If you put butter in there, you're going to need to wash that each and every time. All right, so this is great for those big containers of chips. You can also use it for your big popcorn bowl. So I'll be making that gourmet popcorn using this in just a little bit. We've got our squeeze bottle. So I love this for making up my own flavored mayonnaise. You can make your own spicy mayonnaise instead of buying it. So all you got to do is add a little sriracha sauce to your regular mayo. Makes it perfect. Any kind of mayonnaise can be flavored though, or your mayonnaise can be flavored with any kind of flavor, I should say. Another must, and I don't have the current color that's available on sale at this house. This is our serving center, and this is so perfect for whether you're doing a pizza bar. So maybe you're going to have everybody make their own, like Pauline talked about. You can have all your toppings. You can also have this with your vegetables and your dip. You got to have some kind of health food, right? You can have a salad bar and have this be all of the toppings that way. Maybe you're going to have fruit in here with like a yogurt type of dip. So fun, easy things that you can do. And what I love about this is that this is one of those things that you can make in advance. So when you're doing a party, the more you do in advance, the better. So marinate those wings, obviously, make up those yummy vegetables and dip. Another one, and I'm going to be making this at our next one in a couple of hours. This is our party mold. And this one's also on sale right now. And so I am going to be making a yummy Mexican dip in here. And it comes out so beautiful using this. So it's not just for Jello, it makes beautiful Jello, but you can do some really incredible things with this gel mold. So come back in a little bit and you can watch that as well. Pauline did mention our silicone mat. I wanted to share a little tip. This is how I store mine. So this is a paper towel holder. I roll them up and I stick them in my cabinet, and that way they don't get folded or smushed because you never want to fold them. Always roll them. When you take a look at these, the original thought for these I know was, obviously for cookies, but you'll notice that it's got little, I don't know if you can see this with the light. You'll see the little circles on here. And that's where you can place your cookies. So see the little dots, and then there's even little dots along the side. See how they're reflecting so that's so you can cut your like some bar cookie type things nice and evenly and square. Just don't use a knife. Use your Tupperware pie slicer when you're cutting, but that way they'll all come out perfectly measured when you're doing that as well. A couple of other little goodies that I just wanted to share with you that are perfect for game day is you got to have some neat little plates. You don't want to use paper plates. They just go into the landfill. So our luncheon plates, they're also on sale. These are perfect as well. And then for all of those yummy dips, we have our brand new voila. And so our glassware, whether you're making it in the 9x13 or a square or one of our small mini racks, these are perfect. And these are so incredible because this is glass, cleans up beautifully. It goes from the freezer to the microwave. You can put it in the oven. You can put it in the dishwasher. It's one container. And of course, you can serve in it as well. The secret is our seal. So it has a valve so that when you put it in the microwave, you can just pop that little valve and let the steam escape, but the food's not going to splatter all over. However, you can't put that in the oven. Okay, super important. You always pop this to remove the seal, and you also keep the seal popped when you place it on. And I'll show you what that looks like. This is our fill line so that when you're going to put something in the freezer, you know that you're going to leave room for expansion because it always does do that. So you'll notice that there's like a little freezer, a snowflake there, and that indicates that this is your line for actual freezing. And then for those things that you're not freezing, this is your regular fill line right along the edge right there so that you don't fill it above that. So two different fill lines that you have there. But what's neat about this is the way they flare out on the edge, so it's really easy for you to hold. If you're taking it out of the oven, you're going to need pot holders because they do get hot. But I find that even when I take this out of the microwave, it really doesn't get very hot, and I just use my hands and pull it out using the rims. So because it doesn't have big old clunky handles, it's so nice. And then everything nests down inside of one another with the exception of the round. So you can put the square inside of the 9x13, and then you can put all four of the mini Rex inside of the square. So what a huge space saver that is. All right, so when you go to put the seal on, you're going to place the seal on top, vented, press down. You'll hear a little whoosh, and then lock the seal. And then again, to remove the seal, make sure you vent it and then remove the seal with the large tab that you see right there. Always make sure that it's open before removing or closing the seal. That helps the silicone valve that's in this seal to create that tight seal that you're looking for. So in order to preserve that, you want to make sure that it's always open when you're doing that. All right, I think it's time to go back to Diane's and let's check out that taco soup. So Diane, you're muted, so you're going to need to unmute. And then,
There we go.
all right, let me switch the camera on you real quick. Hold on a second. Got to get you. There you go.
Okay, there we go. Okay, it's ready. It's hot on the sides, but like I said, these sides right here, you can hold on to. Ready, ready, ready? Ooh, that's steamy. Ugh, smells good. Okay, I'm gonna give this a little stir. Can you guys see that right here?
Looks
Yeah, back here a little bit. Wow. I think this turned out better today than it was the other day. What amazing. I don't know. My husband loved it. And so he'll tell me when he doesn't like things, but I'm going to serve it in the micro reheatable cereal bowl. There comes in a set of 4. These are not the ones that are currently or the colors that are currently available right now, but these are normally $36 and they're on sale for the set of 4 with their seals for $15 right now. They come in that pretty blue color of the impression bowls. Here, let me show you this color really quick. So it comes in kind of like these colors, and they're pretty. They match the lunch plates that Tina was just talking about. So I'm going to serve it up in here, and we already ate dinner, but we had leftovers of this. And it was great. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me place this down a moment and move this out of the way. Okay, there we go. Looks pretty. I like the color. It kind of matches, right? So I'm going to top this with some cheese. You got to have some cheese on this. Yeah, a little bit more. And then put a little bit of dollop of sour cream. And of course, you got to have the cilantro. Definitely. And then, you know what? You might as well put some avocado on there. The avocados are great. And then to make it a taco soup, we have tortilla strips. And there you have it.
Wow.
It's pretty, huh?
How
It was fun
awesome.
making it. It's easy making it, and it tastes scrumptious. And I'm really excited.
That is super. Thank you so much. Wow. Well, there you have it. So for game day, you could do taco soup. You could do pizzas. You could do sausage and barbecue sauce, or you could make some gourmet popcorn, but you got to come back to the next class to get those recipes. How's that for a little bit of a tease? So thank you to our 3 demonstrators tonight. We appreciate your time. Now it is time for us to have a drawing. And I was like, I need a gift that is kind of matches what we're talking about. So I had to dig around to find something you guys would like. This is a little mini Ultra Pro. And my thought process was you could reheat some soup in this. You could reheat those sausages inside of here, right? I don't think your pizza is going to fit in here, Pauline, but lots of other yummy things would fit.
Cheese dip.
Cheese dip. There you go.
Cheese dip.
All right. So I took everybody's name off the side here, and let's see who is going to win. All right. The winner is this person. It is Opal. Yay, Opal. Congratulations. She's our winner. All right, so come on back tonight if you can. We got completely different recipes and a completely different drawing gift as well. So I'd love to have you in just a couple of hours. Yeah, and bring a guest. So call up somebody and say, hey, what are you doing tonight? And invite them to hop on with you. All right, everybody, thanks so much. Have a great rest of
Thank you.
your evening. Bye.
Bye.